Good day, everybody. Today is May 30th. This is now Bryan. Usually I say Bryan from quantlabs.net. As you know, maybe not. We have a new website, new web domain, new web URL. So it's now Bryan from quantlabsnet.com. Everything else will probably get shut down in the next 30 days or so. The platform I'm on, Wix, is working out better. Anyways, let's get into this one article here, May 30th. This is from, I'm really liking what I'm seeing on this website here, bettersystemtrader.com. Title of this article is A New Approach to Trading Volatility with Rob Hanna. Now, I think we will enter into a tough time when it comes to trading. The last few days, everything's been declining and then it goes up again. What happens if one day it's up, next day it's down? And their choppiness and maybe even flatlining. So I don't know what to tell you there. But so the first point here they've got is the VIX and S&P tend to move inversely to each other. Traders often use VIX signals to time the S&P 500. That's something I didn't even know. I can also say the same relationship between potentially, it seems to happen more often than not, is the relationship between inverse relationship, I should say, between Bitcoin and the US dollar. So take note, there's another way to easily trade that. Now, if you find these type of inverse relationships, you can use them to kind of go into a simple move and average strategy. And when you go long on, let's say, price going up of Bitcoin, if you're into shorting, you could also short the US dollar or DXY or whatever, ETF even. And then at the same time, when Bitcoin declines, you can do the same thing by longing US dollar when Bitcoin goes down. Just something that I've noticed, and I think other people do that as well. And here they're saying VIX and S&P. So you could probably do it with the with the associated ETFs of your choice. Short-term predictors. Just using the S&P to time itself actually works better than using the VIX to time the S&P as well. Yeah, the VIX I think a lot of people aren't using as much. It's not as relevant. I'm no expert on this, but you may be able to get better predictions with just looking at S&P as an example. Short-term indicators for the S&P are better predictors of VIX movements than VIX can predict the S&P. Now, for each point, there is a video for this. So here, VIX recovers faster than the S&P. Traders can use the shorter recovery to reduce the length of drawdown. Short and hold in the VIX has shorter drawdown periods than buy and hold in the S&P. Yeah, so I don't know what you can short in the VIX in the world of ETFs. I think this is more for futures trading, most likely. So there's an example video here. While the VIX can be useful in timing the S&P, there may be more value in the S&P using the S&P to time the VIX. Doing so could reduce the length of drawdown. Interesting. So those are, I guess, were all clips here. So there's an entire video here as well. Thought I'd make note of that because you rarely see that type of trading tips out there. And again, you can do this with something like TradingView and the methodology I use as well. For now, just go to quantlabs.net/book to get on the email list. You'll still be good enough to use the new domain, quantlabsnet.com, and we'll go from there. I just thought I'd put this together for you. It's quick and dirty, I know. We'll leave it at that, but it's a very, very useful article, and especially if you're doing algo trading. Again, quantlabs.net/books is where you go. Over and out.